Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Talking Reds, and it is awards show night. We are going to be voting for our awards for this season, Liverpool Awards for 24-25 season. And this is going to be an interactive show. I want to get the guys involved in the chat. Everyone in the chat, vote your awards for each individual category. There's going to be 10 categories altogether. And then I think I've done nine categories and a outstanding winner for one other category as well, which is already pre-picked already. But yeah, I want this to be a show about you guys at home as well as just as us on Talking Reds. We're going to pick ours. We're speaking
Oh no.
about it as well and why we're picking what we're picking award for tonight. So it's good. If you are new, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. And if you are watching it and if you like this sort of content, make sure you do like the video as well. So this, guys, is an interactive voting thing on these awards. We've got, like I said, 9 awards to vote for. We've got one individual award that I've already pre-picked as a whole. You'll get it when we get there. So we're going to start off with certain things throughout the stream. So let me know your answers in the chat. So we'll start with player of the season first. So you got choice A, B, C, or D. So obviously A is Mohamed Salah, B at Virgil van Dijk, C Ryan Gravenberch, D Alexis McAllister. Stu, I'll start with you. You can go through them if you want. You can go through them. You can give your opinion on who is, or go for each individual one and have a little talk about it.
For me, I'm going to go with. I'm not going to go with the crowd on this. I'm going to go with my own personal feeling. As much as obviously Salah deserves all the plaudits this season for what he's done, and Van Dijk as well. For me, more than anything else, it's the style of player that I like and what he has contributed overall as more of a, I wouldn't say an unsung hero, but the work that goes on off the ball. And for me, it's Gravenberch this season. I think for the fact of the Zubimendi fiasco at the start of the season, when that didn't happen, obviously, me and you both actually said that we do need a DM, and I do believe we still need a DM. But we said at the start of the season that we could struggle. Gravenberch has proved both of us wrong, I think, quite rightly as well. And yeah, okay, he may not have scored this season as well. I know that is a fair point. But for the work that he has put in and the fact that he hasn't missed a league game all season to keep that fit and keep that consistency going, Salah deserves the plaudits. But for me, Gravenberch is player of the season.
I think what we both predicted though was Gravenberch have a good season, but we didn't expect him to be dropped into a DM position. That's what it was, wasn't it? We thought we were just going to go with Endo again, or maybe McAllister to cover there. But
exactly.
His ability to alternate his position and sacrifice a lot of his forward game has been so selfless and a big part of why we've won the season.
Don't get me wrong; it's not like he's been without mistakes and stuff like that, but his consistency level all season, he's just been at least an average rating of a 7 every single game, and you can't ask for more than that. And for the vast majority of the time, just those turns that he does when he's got a couple of players around him. I don't know how he does it, but he gets himself out of sticky situations on more than one occasion this season, and he's just been brilliant in the central midfield.
His awareness of players around him is exceptional.
Yeah.
Reese, who's your pick?
You want me to put it in order of my 4, or just the first one?
You can do. It's up to you. Let's roll with this. This is one night.
The first one's Gravenberch as well. For me, I think obviously I know he got burnt out towards the second half of the season, but that's because we didn't really have the quality or someone that Slot trusted to put in. But I think his performances the first half of the season is one of the reasons I think we kind of won the league. It shows he's adaptable, good on the ball. Obviously, he didn't get as much goals, but the position he's playing, he's not supposed to get as much goals. If he plays further forward, then he'll get more goals. I like how he kind of drops the shoulder. He's able to run past 2 or 3 players, very athletic. Like I said, very good on the ball, can read the game quite well. strong. Yeah, for me, I would go him first. Do you want me to say my other ones, or do you want
So
to
is
wait?
Gravenberch your number one player of the season?
Number one, yeah. Number
So
one,
we've got
yeah.
2 votes for Gravenberch, basically. Escobar said Salah in the comments. I have to go with Salah. I can't not go with Salah. I think without Salah this season, I know without Gravenberch this season, I don't think we win the league, but without Salah, we certainly don't win the league. We certainly don't win the league. And without his goals, he's had I've not seen the best individual season at Liverpool since Suarez. Since the 13-14 season, Suarez. So I've got to go.
Since his first season.
I think Salah's first season was better than
You
this
think?
season. His first season, he did it last season. He got 45.
Oh yeah,
goals.
I think it was unbelievable, but I won't say it's better than this one.
No one knew who he was. No, I think it was better because he didn't perform. He done phenomenal, but he didn't do it for the whole season. Second half, last 2 months, he dropped off. First season, he done it for the whole season, non-stop. It's just this season we were able to get a trophy, whereas that season we didn't.
Big up Shay, Paul as well. Absolutely, Shay. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Transfers look exciting. They actually do for once in a while. Yes. Big up, bro. Says Waleed in the chat. If you are in the chat, for me, your player of the season. So right now it is 2-2 between Mohamed Salah and Ryan Gravenberch. I'm surprised you said Ryan Gravenberch. I thought you were going to go with McAllister. You said Stu there. How does everyone feel about City's buying out our coaches? They can have them. Linders is going to do him Ryan Shaping, so it's absolutely fine by me. But yeah, let me know in the chat who you are going to vote for your player of the season. It is currently 2-2 between Mohamed Salah and Ryan Gravenberch. I think Alexis.
Who else voted for Salah?
Me.
Who else voted for Salah?
There you go. I'll get it back up. Let me get it back up.
In the chat?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So it's 2 of us voted for Salah, and I need 1 more vote. So you can keep coming on. We'll go to the next category. We'll hold that back off. We'll come back to it. We can always come back to it and talk about it afterwards. So, goal of the season. Let's get goal of the season up now. If it comes second. There we go. I'll hide that one. So, goal of the season. So, we have got Salah's goal against Brighton, which was the build up to the goal.
Damo, your signal's going really, really glitchy.
Your signal's going, Dame.
Diaz back to Jones back to Salah. Put inside, cut it. Can you hear me now? I'm back. Hello?
Just about. But
sorry, I don't know what's going on again. So anyway, Gakpo's goal against, I think I picked against Leicester away, killed it top corner. McAllister's goal against Fulham, absolute banger, and Szoboszlai against goal.
What about McAllister's one against Fulham at home?
Yeah,
How's that not in there? I think we forgot that one. Still, that's the one I
think that's
personally.
That's what I put down. McAllister's goal.
No, he got one away at Fulham, but he got one
I got the wrong picture. It's fine though. So it is McAllister against Fulham though. The banger that is against Fulham.
Okay.
I couldn't find a picture of the one for this season. It was blurry, the one that I found. So I had to put any picture up.
Right. Okay. Connection issues, I think, are okay at the moment.
Yeah, good. I'm out the steel at this. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Okay. Goal wise, actually, I'm going to say McAllister. That was an absolute. I just love a rocket. Love an absolute banger into the top corner, and I think technically wise, they're just absolutely on point. So for me, yeah, McAllister, hands down, is the winner for me on this one.
We've got another vote for potentially there for Salah. Yeah, Urim vote for Salah for that as well, and Pradeep vote for Salah as well. So I think Salah does get the player of the season. Goal of the season, Reese, which one are you going for?
McAllister as well for me. It was either McAllister, because where was that? How far out was that?
35 yards. I think it was.
This goal here down here is the goal he scored last year against them. An absolute banger.
You're
But I couldn't
going
get, like I
again,
said, I
Dame.
couldn't get a picture of him for this season. All the ones that were there were either, if I do go, you guys can take over. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'm going with
If I do go, just carry on.
McAllister.
If I do go, just carry on.
Just about. Yeah, I'm going with McAllister. For me, best. I think that's the best goal this season for Liverpool. It was such an important goal against Fulham as well. Obviously, we know he's got that in his locker. It's a rocket. It's we haven't kind of had those type of goals since Gerrard, to me, since Gerrard or Alonso used to play for us. So it was nice to see that. And I think in the modern game now, you don't get enough midfielders shooting from outside the box, shooting from range. Players are always trying to score the perfect goal. So I'm a big admirer of people who try and score like long range shots, because even when I used to play, that's how I kind of like to play football. I like to test the goalie. It's not always about scoring a perfect goal. So yeah, for me, that McAllister one, without a shadow of a doubt, is number one for me.
So Stu, if I go off, could you continue? Is that right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
We're not letting the viewers down, but I don't know what's going on. Last night was fine. This morning it was fine. The Wi-Fi's doing it again. I don't know if something's a connection in the local area or whatnot. I think Cody has potential, but won't be surprised if he comes into form 2025-26. Maybe does out Macca. Says share there.
No, I think that's fair. Right.
Right, so that is the goal of the season. I think Macca wins hands down on that one.
I think so.
1 second. I'm back. I'm guessing Macca wins hands down that one. It was an easy one though for me, that one. Team performance of the season, guys. Team performance of the season.
Going again.
Let's get it up now.
Yeah. Oh, we'll take over, Dave, temporarily.
I ain't got any of the screenshots. I ain't got any screenshots to put up. I ain't got any of the scenes. Damn, what is going on with that connection?
Maybe jump in and jump back out, Dave. And we need the pictures and that so we can put up. No.
Well, you got Che agreeing with your ear, Reese, about the mid and long range shots. It's a fair point, actually.
Yeah, that's how I kind of like football, isn't it? Like, don't get me wrong, I like seeing a goal from back to front where someone scores a lot of passes and then someone rounds it off with a nice finish, like a team goal. But I like long range shooting.
Yeah.
Like, I love like long range, especially if you've got it in your locker. That's why it frustrates me why Szoboszlai doesn't do it enough, because he has it in his locker. You see it for Hungary. So
totally agree on that one. I think we've actually been guilty a little bit of this season. I'll say a little bit, actually, quite a lot. I think we've been guilty of just trying to walk it
exactly
into the back of the net. And this is an interesting one. A blast from the past. Raul Morales is another one. He did actually. I do remember he did like a fair old.
Player, underrated as well for me. Very good player.
But looks like I've taken over on the stream. Damo's had to drop out because of internet issues. We'll see what happens with that.
No worries, man. Not a problem.
Oh.
Trying to think. What is he? He's talking about team performance of the season.
Team performance.
I think we can have a little think about that one, because I remember if I had to think of some that's in Mensch, that's potentially on the table. Man City away. I think the way we performed there, the way we went to the home of the champions.
Yep. I am actually going to pull up, because my memory is terrible at the moment. Our fixture list from all of this season. So have a look at the results. One match.
I think early on in the season when we beat Villa at home 3-0, it's quite convincing. I think
we've had some fantastic matches this season, though. We really have. I mean, look at some of these results that we've had. Away in Milan, 3-1. Away in AC Milan.
Bayer Leverkusen 4-0.
Man United 3-0 at Old Trafford.
Real Madrid as well, I think 2-0. Yeah, Man United, Real Madrid at home. Where else? I'm
We've
trying
had
to
some
think.
absolutely incredible results. I can make sure. Actually, Pradeep's come up with a good one. I think this actually was probably a critical one.
That might have been the game that secured the league.
Yeah.
As much as I don't want to admit it, because it was Nunes who scored but yeah, I think that game might have been the one that kind of gave us the breathing room and the leverage we needed.
And if that is the case, I mean, we look at it like sort of that Brentford result back in like sort of when was it, the middle part of January, coming out that Christmas period. Tough away game. That's not easy at all. Right, Damo's back.
I am back. That's unplug Wi-Fi, put it back in again. Let's see if this works. Sorry, guys. So sorry for that. So let's get the next one up then, guys. Let's get the next one up. Let's go. Team performance.
Yeah, we're just in the middle of doing that as well, Dame.
Then, guys, can you hear me now? Are we good?
Yeah, we're just in the middle of doing team performance as well. We're just discussing a few games this season.
All right, so we've got Spurs, AC Milan,
Bayer Leverkusen,
and City.
Team performance.
On this one, do we go for the importance of the result, or do we go for the meaning of the result? If you see what I'm saying, that's the difficult one for me. I could say it's damn impressive to say we won 3-1 at the San Siro versus AC Milan, but it's also really impressive demolition of Bayer Leverkusen that we did, and to beat City the way we did was amazing. But for me, the top one has to be the Spurs one. Getting that title finally, it was all about that day, and that's what it means. At the end of the day, we won the title on that day, and nothing else matters. Actually, to be fair, we absolutely demolished them. They didn't have an answer for us on that day. The whole energy was just flowing. So I think, the Spurs match for me.
So, can you hear me now? Are we good?
Yeah.
Let's up this last. So, obviously, AC Milan game. We went 1-0 down against AC Milan. I thought that was one of our best performances this season. You got it right with that. Leverkusen won 4-0. City won. Unbelievable performance at City. I thought that could have been easily classed as one of the best tactical players by slot this season. And the Tottenham one, absolute fashion. I think that's the time where I saw us go full leather at a team. Reece, have you picked yours?
If I had to go for one, I think the City game. It was a kind of hard choice because obviously you had the Tottenham game that secured the league, and then you had the AC Milan that we kind of came back from 1-0 down. But to go to the home of the champions, and we dominated that game. The scoreline kind of flattered. We should have won by more. It wasn't close. It wasn't like a back and forth game like how it's been the past few years. It was quite a comfortable, dominating performance. So you've got to give a lot of credit to the team and slot. So I'd go with the City at the away win.
Shay says here, big up chat. Can we make sure we've hit the like button? It makes a big difference. It really does, Shay. Absolutely. Thank you so much for saying that as well. Chat, what is your team performance of the season? Let me know.
Signal's going again.
Did you go top one then, Reece?
City. City B. I went B, I think it is. That one.
Okay, Reece and Stu, you went Tottenham, didn't you?
I did.
I'm going to go. If you can hear me, that is. I'm going to go if you can hear me. I will go with the...
Go on, you're good.
I'm going to go Tottenham game. I think the City game was on a slot mainly, but I think in terms of team performance as a whole, I think Tottenham game was the best one. Urim, that definitely made my top 5. I definitely had it on my notes.
Agreed.
The Madrid game. But I think these 4 sort of narrowed it down to actual performance of the team. So I'm going to go Tottenham as well. Let me know in the chat what you think in the chat. We will stay with Tottenham if not. Let's get on to individual team performance of the season. So we've got Alisson Becker against PSG, Mohamed Salah against West Ham, Gravenberch, I think, one second, I've got it written down. Gravenberch was against Bournemouth away, the 2-0 victory away, and McAllister against Real Madrid are the picks that I picked this week. So, Alisson Becker, PSG, Stu. Unreal.
Can I go first?
Go on, Reece, go on, mate. Go on, Reece.
I'm going at PSG because how he kept us in that game. We were kind of lucky to get a goal against the running play in the last minute of Elliott. But like I've always said, a world-class keeper is so important for like winning trophies. They always save you like 10 to 15 points. And obviously Alisson just reiterated again what a top goalie he is, because on like one of the highest stages and against the top team, he went on to win the Champions League. And at that time, obviously, people were trying to downplay PSG kind of beating us. Like, how could we lose and whatnot, and finishing top of the group stage? But I think the amount of saves he made to keep us in the game, because it was an onslaught, literally, and it was top world-class saves. It just shows, again, the concentration and aura, just the quality in general of Alisson. So for me, I'm going with the Alisson against PSG.
I will second that, actually. Took the words right out of my mouth there, Reece, to be fair. Great performances overall with these picks. Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, all really good. But again, sometimes I think goalkeepers get a little overlooked. And you're quite right in saying Alisson proved yet again that he is the best goalkeeper in the world. He did keep us in that game. What is going on here? Right. Take that off. We are definitely having some issues here, technically wise. I have no idea what is going on. What on earth is happening here? That's weird.
What happened?
I don't know, another window came up without Damo in it.
He'll jump back in a minute, but continue what you're saying.
Yeah,
about Alisson.
Alisson just again proving yet again that he is the main goalkeeper in the world at the moment. I think between him and Donnarumma are the two main ones.
I would throw Courtois in there as well.
Yeah, I'd say top 3 goalkeepers in the world. Alisson is definitely up there without a doubt. They kept us in that game, even though obviously we didn't go through. But yeah, Alisson he's just a phenomenal goalkeeper. He really is. He's going to be, when he eventually comes to that like sort of retirement age or leaving age or whatever, he is going to be sorely missed. Sorely missed, because he has done the club an absolute service in his time. What a goalkeeper he is.
Everyone is saying Alisson Becker. Everyone's saying Alisson Becker.
Yeah.
So mine were going to be Alisson Becker as well. I think Salah's had a good game against West Ham. Obviously, it was annoying because the triple captain in the game before, and he had that game after that. I think McAllister against Real Madrid is unbelievable. The goal as well, unbelievable. But Alisson Becker against PSG, he kept us in that tie.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I think we'd have been out of the tie in the first leg if it wasn't for Alisson Becker. So yeah, I'm going to go Alisson Becker in that for this season. So let me go on to next is going to be the clutch moment of the season. Clutch moment of the season. So you've got Nunez against Brentford, Jota against Fulham with 10 men, composure to get back in that game, 2-2. Elliott's goal against PSG, winner in PSG. And Van Dijk's header against West Ham to pretty much secure the win late on. And again, look at that celebration.
Ugh. That's a tough one. They're all really important moments in the season.
Van Dijk's
When
header,
you
who was it against?
West Ham header.
West Ham. Ooh.
For me,
go on, Stu, go.
So what me and Reese were talking about before when you just glitched out, we are talking about the Brentford game. And for me, that'll be the one. I know it's Nunes, but as Pradeep says, Darwizzy against Brentford, I do think that was the critical point in the season where it was like, yeah, we've got this title and nobody else is coming close. It just kind of felt that way when he got that double. So, yeah, I'm going Darwin on this one.
I did actually have one more written down as well. So I did have a few written down on this. Was Salah's penalty against Wolves.
Yeah.
That was very, very calm. And the way he ran up to it as well, it looked like he was going to chip it, and then he put it to the left side. But yeah. Darwin Nunes says hash as well. Reese, you going Darwin?
Yeah, I'm going Darwin for me. Like, as much as I don't want to give him the credit, like, you gotta call it spade a spade. Obviously, forget about the whole season. In terms of that game, he came on and he done what he was supposed to do. And he's, like I say, he bagged 2 goals, a brace. So yeah, I got to give it to him. I got to give credit where credit's due.
As much as it pains me to say, as Shay said there, is let's give Darwin some praise. I'll give him some praise for this specific game. Yeah, this was the clutch moment of the season. It was the game. It was at the time where we had 2 big away games, away to Bournemouth and away to Brentford, big wins, and this was massive on the Saturday. I remember playing football and coming back, and it was on like Soccer Saturday, and I just thought, come on, and it came with a double. Unbelievable moment. So I'm going to go for. Next one is going to be coldest moment of the season. So we have got coldest moment of the season. We've got Arne Slot against City playing 2 10s. No striker.
Yeah.
We've also got Pradeep. I did think about that. We took a shit off in the call flag. I did think about that. I've got Salah celebrating with the fans with the camera against Tottenham. I've got Salah and Van Dijk contracts, the announcement of the contracts, and also the title lift. Let's go with that.
Reece, do you want to go first on this one, mate?
For me, I'm gonna go the title lift for me. I know we saw the team lift the title during COVID, but it wasn't the same. It was more real this time around because we was able to celebrate it. And obviously, even though I did predict for us to win it this season, majority of fans didn't really predict us to win it. I think most saw us probably becoming third, challenging towards the end, and then maybe getting a trophy. So the fact we was able to celebrate with the fans as well. So for me, it's got to be that. For me, second would be the announcement of the contracts from Virgil and Salah. But yeah.
Stu, they're going D in the chat.
It's a really
Title
tough
lift.
one, this. Really, really tough one. But I think overall, Hart wins out and it's going to be the title lift. Like we said, we all know it, the story. 2020, nobody was able to celebrate it. This time round, bloody hell, made the most of it. That's for certain. Those celebrations, the parade, the celebration at the stadium on the day for the title lift. I've never seen anything like that. Ever. I'm old enough to remember the last time we won a title in front of a crowd, but it definitely didn't. Or I remember. Just about. Just about remember the last time that we won a title back in 1990. But I've never seen anything like that. Never seen anything like it. And I thought it was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, the title lift, without a doubt.
You can't argue, can you?
Nah.
I don't think you can argue it, if I'm honest. Obviously, the slot situation against Man City, where he played 2 10s, that was funny because Arsenal were crying about no strike at the time, and we did it against Man City, went away and did it. The camera was unbelievable marketing, by the way, from Google Pixel with Salah.
Yeah.
But the title lift, I don't think you can beat that. And I think everyone agrees in the chat as well. D wins by a landslide. So the next one tonight for the next award is for the biggest letdown of the season.
Oh.
And that is, so you've got Arne Slot on Chiesa, the situation there, losing to Plymouth, the Carabao Cup final where we didn't turn up, or our striking options.
Oh.
Reece, do you want to kick us off?
I'm kind of stuck between B and D because of the performance against Plymouth was below par, unacceptable, embarrassing. Obviously, great result for Plymouth. Obviously, an upset, and that's what the FA Cup's all about. But whatever team we put out, we should have won there. And then D, wait, not D, sorry, C against Newcastle. Even though Newcastle's a good team, they turned up, we didn't. For me, you should never underestimate a team. And even though we got to the final, I think we kind of took our foot off the gas, kind of took our eye off the prize, and kind of assumed that we're just going to walk the trophy. And that's the wrong mentality to have. So I'm kind of caught between B and C, but I think I'll probably go with C just because there was a trophy on the line and it was a final. You got to perform better in the final. Yeah, and for me, Liverpool has been Liverpool Football Club, the magnitude of Liverpool. Once you get to a final, for me, you got to win it, no excuses. Once you get to the final, you got all the way there. You got to get over the line. That's what football's about: silverware, winning trophies. So yeah,
Shay, I agree there. I agree with what Shay said. They're not Chiesa's fault, and this is the biggest letdowns. Like Slot's treatment of Chiesa, I think that is a letdown in itself. Stu,
yeah. All very fair points. From all the way through the season, I've struggled to understand the reasoning why we even signed Chiesa if he's not going to play him. I can't blame Chiesa for that. I'm pretty sure that he's put in the work rate and all that sort of stuff to get himself back fit, and he's just not been used. So it was a confusing one and frustrating more than anything else. The performance against Plymouth, yeah, no doubt, absolutely horrendous. Enough said about that. And yeah, when you turn up to a final, you turn up, and we didn't that day. But I'm actually going to pick D for me, and it's for two reasons. I'll start with Jota. Jota has surprised me the most. Usually super clinical, but this season, for whatever reason, it has just disappeared. And in the end, on any other season where we have Arsenal and City chasing us down, that would have cost us massively, his form. But the one, I don't know what the reasoning is for Jota. I don't know whether it was fitness issues or whatever. But the one thing I cannot forgive is the chances that Núñez got given under a new coach. And I said this at the start of the season, that one of the reasons why Slot was brought in is how he coaches players and how he makes them better. As soon as I heard that, I thought, maybe we just might get the Núñez that we saw at Benfica. And he's been given those chances, and he hasn't taken those chances, and he's thrown his teddies out the cot a couple of times this season and been a little bit disrespectful. And that I can't forgive on that one. And I'll be happy when he's gone. Now, I was prepared to give him the benefit of the doubt this season until he started having those little social media spats here and there. Sorry, mate. You're done. Out the club. So, yeah, it's D for me.
Yeah, I mean, Orian's put in the chat saying we got hurt by PSG. Brett says, why is the Champions League not here? Because I just think we had a good Champions League run. I just think we came up against the best team in the competition at the time, and we got done, and we only lost on penalties. It wasn't massive letdown. If you talk about letdowns, I don't know if these two agree with that. Or can you?
I don't disagree with that. Actually, I think the Champions League has been. We had a great run in it through the league stage. And bearing in mind, obviously, it's the first season of the new format as well. And we did have a very, very good run. But PSG have just been... I can't fault them this season. PSG have just been a class above everybody else. And there's no denying that. At the end of the day, they went to the Champions League final and ripped apart a very, very good Inter Milan side. I mean, they made Inter Milan look like a Serie B side. So to go out to PSG is no shame.
It's not a big letdown
No,
as such. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's not. And
It's just being
yeah,
a better team. That's it. Yeah.
that's the point. They say you just got to look at the Champions League final, what they did to Inter Milan. There is no shame in what happened. I mean, at the end of the day, I saw a stat the other day. Funny old thing from an Arsenal fan saying, "Oh, we're the ones that got closest because we played PSG in the semi-finals," but actually, they're the ones that got beaten by the goals. We had to take it all the way to penalties, and then Villa only missed out by a very, very late goal as well.
Yeah.
They've beaten a lot of top English sides to get there as well.
I'm sure if you ask PSG fans as well who they thought was the tougher team and who
Liverpool.
conducted themselves better in terms of being sore losers or acting like a class act.
Seen that all over social media. PSG fans have said constantly how respectful Liverpool have been when they beat us, and when it came to Arsenal, they're like, "Nah."
It's because real recognizes real, winners recognize winners. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and say the better team won. That's it.
So I think we all agreed on D. The striker's been that, and hence why we need a striker this time. I can't have these two as the options next season. So the next, I think everyone else said the striker as well in the chat as well. So the next one is going to be Unsung Hero.
Just seen your D option. That's tickled me, that.
Unsung Hero of the season. So got Kelleher. Gakpo, I think, has gone underrated in terms of the goals that he scored. Some very, very important goals and some very good ones in that. Endo and he's seeing his game out, and Arteta not applying any pressure at all.
I can go first.
Anyone can take that away.
Gakpo, I'll give his credit. I'm not going to pick Gakpo, but like I said, Gakpo had a really good season. Scored quite a lot of important goals. Was on quite a roll before he got injured. So it was unfortunate with the injury, but really stepped up with the goals to help Salah, who scored majority of them, and even to help Diaz as well. But Keller has played his part, and like I said, I'm over the moon that he's been able to get his move. I would have loved to be able to keep him, but obviously he needs to be playing first team football. I think he's a very underrated goalie. I think he would be a number one for most teams in the Premier League, to be fair. So solid goalie, really. So I'm happy for him. But I'm gonna go with Endo. I just think with Endo, he's that type of player, like a Fabinho. He's not necessarily the same quality as Fabinho, but you know what you're gonna get with Endo. He's hardworking. He's not afraid to go through a player. Obviously, I like when he comes on with the gum shield, lets you know he means business. He's serious. He's not messing about. And I think if you look at a lot of our games, then when we spoke, when we weren't really playing well, games where we weren't running through teams, a lot of close games where we maybe had chances, but we weren't killing the game off. Ender would come on and see out the game. He'll bring that reassurance, that kind of safety net, kind of just to kill the games, take the sting out of it. So I'm going to go with Endo for unsung hero for me.
Stu, I know you're thinking Arteta. Just tell me.
He's swayed Stu by Damon. We know Damon's thinking Arteta.
No.
That's how good in there.
No, but like we said, credit to Gakpo. His form until he got injured was phenomenal. He was absolutely electric. I mean, I could give it to Arteta, but Lego hair. I don't quite fancy giving him any sort of credit whatsoever. Endo.
Is he coming second, Stu? Is he coming second?
No. He's coming third. He's behind the Japanese Warrior. So Endo is second for me. But again, it comes down to having the best number 2 goalkeeper. Goalkeepers are so vitally important in the fact that when Alisson does get injured, we have Kelleher there every single time. And generally speaking, he hasn't let us down. He does have the occasional flutter here and there, but he's still actually technically quite a young goalkeeper and still got a long career ahead of him. And he does deserve that number 1 slot at Brentford. He definitely deserves that shot now. I'm really, really pleased that he's actually got that sort of move. But as a unsung hero, again, Kelleher, it's to have a keeper like that as a backup to Alisson.
Shea went Kelleher. Ash went Kelleher or Endo. Shea also went maybe Arteta. I don't know. But yeah, I think there's a reason why I put Arteta in there, though, and that's surely because of I think him and his standards at Arsenal have allowed Arsenal to be the standards and have the standards that they've got right now. If he improved his standards, that'd been taking accountability for his actions and his team's performance and his stubborn tactics, then I think they might progress. So he has got to be an unsung hero for us, certainly, in terms of this season. But yeah, Kelleher, I think, good luck, Mamadashvili, for replacing that, by the way. I think he can.
He definitely can. We've done well there. We've done well for our replacement.
Yeah. I think the chat also agree with that with Kelleher's shout as well. So Kelleher absolutely scoops that one. So this is the last one I think you can actually vote for. I think what we've got. So I've had team, I've had an individual performance of the season, Clutch Coldest. This one is non-LFC moment. I say moment of the season. It's just like a collective. Okay. So we've got Crystal Palace beating Man City in the FA Cup final. We've got Real Madrid's season as a whole, losing to Arsenal as well. I thought that was quite funny. I don't know. I still can't believe Liverpool fans are cheering Real Madrid on that night. Fuck Real Madrid. And we've also got Man United season as a whole, topping off with losing to Tottenham in the Europa League final. And we've also just got, I put PSG in there because I thought football won in terms of they played unbelievable. They were the best team in the competition in the knockout stages, deserved the Champions League, and it was just nice for Luis Enrique to have that moment as well. So fair play to them. I think it's going to be an easy one. I think Real Madrid does need a shout out, as in like I laugh at their season, but there's only one winner for this, surely.
A. Hands down.
Reece. You're not going with A, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Man United's downfall.
No, not for me.
What?
No, man. I love Liverpool, and obviously I'm a football fan. I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm a football fan first, man. It's got to be Palace beating Man City for me because the year of the underdog. Obviously, Tottenham done their thing against Man United, and it's always great for Man United to be in the mud. But I don't think we're going to get a season like we got last season, where it's the year of the underdog. I think there was a team that beat AC Milan to the cup as well. And then obviously Newcastle beat us as well. I don't think you're going to get a season like that for a long time.
Yeah, it was Bologna that beat AC Milan.
It was their first trophy in, I don't even know how long, but a long time. So for me, I'm
I think Go Ahead Eagles also won in Holland.
Okay,
it's been a weird season for, obviously, clubs toppling like sort of the big boys, so to speak. I don't disagree with what Reece is saying. I mean, I love watching the Man United downfall through purely for the fact that I remember the 90s and noughties like it was yesterday, and the amount of banter and abuse Liverpool fans got off Man United fans as they rose to dominance. To see this happen, and the fact that Man United fans are going, "Oh, it's not as bad as Liverpool's drop off." No, this is 100 times worse. Liverpool's drop off. We never dropped off this hard, almost getting relegated or being down near the relegation zone. We never dropped off that badly. Not like this. And the way they are financially at the moment, I don't think they will ever get back to it unless they do something drastic.
A strange thing with them, though, is where they're getting the money from to sign 2 or 3 of these forwards.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that.
Owners don't really spend. So I can only think that owners are maybe banking on who's the outgoings that's going to balance out the books.
I think they start making like money commercially.
Not as much. But nowhere near as much as they used to. And the fact they didn't get no European football, that's going to take a massive hit for me. Because they kind of need to get back into Europe ASAP, I think.
I also think it's let's say, even though I pick A purely from a scout's perspective, I do like the fact that, obviously, Luis Enrique won the Champions League.
Yeah, I like that as well.
Because of everything that happened in his door. And also the fact that his assistant manager lost his wife only a few months ago as well. I read that the other day. I was like, wow, that's horrendous. And so both of them have something really to celebrate out of that. But then on the other side of it as well, Crystal Palace, first trophy in 164 years. That is incredible.
That as well. That's why I got to go with Palace. I just remember it's their first trophy ever. So for me,
I was stunned by that fact. I was like, what? 164 years of being a professional club, and it's their first ever trophy.
yeah.
I'm like, wow. And to do it against Man City as well. Yeah, that's pretty special.
I think for achievements, Palace over City, I thought that was hilarious. I thought Pep not winning this season was hilarious.
Yep.
I thought what happened with PSG winning, I thought they absolutely deserved that Champions League. I think Enrique deserves that Champions League. Real Madrid downfall is always hilarious. I think they've been battered by Barcelona a couple of times. The cup final was hilarious. They cried about that. They wanted it moved. They wanted all this stuff.
Yeah.
But Manchester United's downfall is nothing but the icing on the cake for this season for me. Everything about their season this season, not just the Tottenham game, but the Eric Ten Hag sacking, beating them in 3-0 at their ground, Amorim coming in, Pat Lunches being banned, everything at Manchester United, I will drink to my last breath of this. This is almost like you can have a nice sunny day. The sunny day is Liverpool winning the title. But that nice cold glass of water or that nice pint is Manchester United having been shit and being a banter club. And as Trey said there, I'm a true hater. Spurs dunking on my United had me in tears. Oh, I fucking love it. A wins without a doubt for me. Without a doubt for me. And going nicely on to the next and the last award, which is not up for debate. The most embarrassing people of the season.
Oh.
Rival fans. And I'm not talking... I've specifically highlighted these two fans. Out of fan base is not the whole fan base, certainly not. It's certain fans, your Bavs, your people like that, certain people on other channels as well. Yep. Manchester United fans, Stretford Paddock, laughing at Liverpool. Oh, they're dropping off this season. Jurgen Klopp's gone, Slot's coming in. Who the Slot? Who is Arne Slot, they said at the beginning of the season. 5th, 7th, 6th, 8th. Not top 4, they said at the beginning of the season. Manchester United fans specifically. Other rival fans did it as well. But Manchester United fans massively. Especially certain big Man United channel fans. Oh, and how have I loved watching they be absolutely wrong. Us as Liverpool fans were quite optimistic with start of the season, but we were quite realistic as well. We thought, a third is okay. Third's fine. A good
Champions League qualification. Absolutely. That's all I wanted.
No dropping off.
Yeah.
But the fact that these thought we were going to drop off so bad shows their bias, shows their delusion, and I can't love it anymore. It makes the win sweeter. It makes the win sweeter. It's like having ice cream with chocolate sauce on it. The ice cream's beautiful. The ice cream's absolutely beautiful. But the chocolate sauce just makes it that little bit sweeter. And watching these cry, Arsenal fans crying all the time, blaming PGMOL rather than themselves, red cards and this and that. Liverpool's lucky that Isak was injured. Things like that.
All that Arsenal. Arteta said we were the best team in the Champions League. What kind of waffle are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. So, embarrassing people of the season award. This is not even. It's not even up for debate. It's not even up for debate. Do you think?
No, definitely not. In fact, I'd actually edge a little bit closer to Arsenal fans. Excuse me.
I just think it's a collective. I'd put plus. It's a collective of rival fans in general.
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, but I think Arsenal fans have just been, especially some of the fan zone channels that I've seen pop up and going on about how Arteta seems to be like this messiah, this blind faith they've put into him, and the aura that Arteta's put into the club and the fans, thinking that they are better than anybody else when they've actually won nothing. The ego that comes out of them is like, well, hang on a second. Like me and Reece said before when we were talking about PSG. PSG fans have even turned around and said we were gracious enough when we lost, but it's Arsenal fans that are annoying twats. And that has been the same all the way through the season. For what? They haven't won a trophy in 5 years. I don't care what anybody says. Success is built on winning. Not qualifying for the Champions League, winning. That's how you become a successful club. And Arsenal haven't done that. They've got nothing to ride on. 2 league titles, in the last 5 years. Champions League as well. Come back when you've won a couple of them first.
You know
Simple
what?
as that.
You know what topped the season off for Arsenal fans? Tottenham and Chelsea winning the European trophies at the end of it.
Yeah.
Tottenham getting Champions League football and winning the Europa League summed up Arsenal's year. It
Don't
really
make their heads blow off.
Reece, any more candidates this, or do you agree that there should be only one candidate only?
No, Arsenal. Obviously, United. They're both United's in the mud. Their pants. Arsenal just don't win trophies. Period. Man United, long may it continue just being rubbish. I think at some point we have said, I do agree with that they will be back. But in terms of how you conduct yourself and excuses and not taking accountability, manager and a lot of their fans, even at the start, like, oh, we're not worried about Liverpool. We're chasing Liverpool. If it was City, then we'll be worried and stuff like that. Guys like Bav and that, like, just talking like out of nonsense. Just talking like someone who hasn't won a trophy for a long, long time. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, Arsenal, without a doubt, for me, it's embarrassing as a football club. For me, yeah.
Absolutely. I hope, guys, you have enjoyed this stream tonight. I've certainly enjoyed it. I knew I was going to enjoy it. It was nice to have a nice, not talking about the news, not talking about Florian Wirtz for a little bit, not talking about Milos Kerkez for a little bit. That will be coming up tomorrow. We will be certainly back with the news, back with the latest on that sort of deal as well. Next week, we do have Lewis Steele coming onto the channel as well. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Lewis Steele is coming on next week for exclusives on Wirtz, on Kerkez, whatever he's got, he will give us on that day as well. Join myself tomorrow. I think I will be joined by Hooks tomorrow morning as well. I'll let you know. Get your notification bells on for that as well, because myself and Hooks will be on in the morning, and we'll be back live again tomorrow night for another show as well. Thank you, everyone.
Don't forget as well, Damo. Don't forget. Little shout out to, I think, the unsung hero of the season, the little lad, the one that has taken everybody into our hearts, is little Isaac Kearney. I don't think this season would have been, especially the celebrations and the build up towards the end of the season, would have been the same without that little lad's enthusiasm and what he's been doing. He's been absolutely excellent. So big shout out to little Isaac and his family as well.
His passion for Liverpool just sums up.
It's incredible.
Absolutely amazing.
That's
absolutely
what it means
amazing.
to be a Liverpool fan. You understand? Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming into the chat and getting your votes in as well. Thank you for joining us. I do apologise again for the connection issues. I need that sorted ASAP. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night, guys, and speak to you all tomorrow.